It is the song we love. It's backwards because we don't have the rights to play it forward. That's just what the Yeah Come On show does. Hi, I'm Southside Steve, your host. Welcome to the Yeah Come On show podcast, show 177. With me, Brett Barney, who always likes to chug water. It's what he does. Is it water? Is it vodka? None of my business. I don't.
Either way, you stay hydrated.
You know what? Does vodka hydrate you? I don't know.
I would like to believe it does.
Well, good. If you believe it, then let it be so.
Looks like water.
Yeah. And there he is. Yeah. Brett Barney, my co-host, and then our co-host, Evan Brando, coming to us live from the sex room. It is not his bedroom. It's just where he and the wife like to do it, or excuse me, girlfriend, do it. And then they go lay in the bed in their pajamas. They do not sleep naked, whereas Brett is always naked.
We've got two separate twin beds.
Yeah, what is this? I Love Lucy?
Yeah. Good night.
Actually, I put you the Dick Van Dyke Show. I love Dick and I love Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, yeah. Classics.
And, the Brady Bunch, I think the first to ever sleep in the same bed, the horse, they're total horse. They said, you know what? Let's do it. Okay, here's the deal. My husband died, I think, and you're divorced, and we've got these kids. You've got 3, I've got 3, and we're going to sleep in the same bed. And I think they were the first to do it. I really do. I don't know anybody else. The Yeah Come On show's got several topics of conversation to cover. We're going to do it quickly, and we're going to do it with the humor that the 3 of us possess. 2 of us are classically trained improv artists. One of us
and Brett.
One of us has beautiful skin. Figure it out. The grays are coming through, gentlemen. I'm just letting you know that right now this is an older, wiser Southside Steve, soon to be young because I continue to color. It's what I do. I want to be jet black like Evan. And Brett, don't think because I'm a hair guy, I did not notice you have a brand new haircut. I told Brett to clean up for this podcast, and he did.
My man took it seriously.
I know.
Yeah, I thought that was a shot at me when you were saying the thing about the grays.
Are you getting gray?
Oh, hell yeah. All
No,
here,
dude,
off in the beard.
I think that's one difference between other than Steve. For me, the difference between men and women, I can't wait to go a little gray. I feel like I'm going to be, when I'm in my Clooney era, I'm going to be very powerful.
See, that's the thing. Is it power? Does it speak of experience and knowledge? Or in our business, do you look creepy if you're on stage with gray hair? And that's probably in radio. Like, I don't do bikini contest anymore, but I was legendary for 18 years. I did everything for Hooters. I did 7 internationals in Miami and Vegas. And let me tell you, if I had gray hair, it would have been creepy. So there's certain things that I do that I don't want that. And then when you're marketing a bourbon, do I want my picture to be gray? Maybe in a few years. Right now, a more younger, youthful. I basically want to look like I feel right now, if that makes sense.
Well, a gray ponytail too, right? The long hair that definitely changes the temperature of it.
Yeah, I think I would have to go. If I'm going to go gray, I'm going short hair. You heard it here first. I will do it, and it will happen.
What's the best gray though? Like what famous guy, who has the best grays?
I feel like
I would think Polly Walnuts from.
Oh, Polly Walnuts, yeah,
the wings.
Like the Mr. Fantastic look.
Steve Martin's not bad.
No, but Polly Walnuts, that was so striking. It was scary. I was like, are you a modern day vampire? It was just bizarre.
Yeah.
Some people go gray in weird spots, but I think a 50-50, they call it the salt and pepper. That's the proper look. You don't want to go all the way. You want to be salt and pepper. And talking about our hair and talking about how attractive we are, everybody real quick, look at your camera. This is a first. This is the first in podcast history, what we're about to do. You saw it first on the Yeah Come On show. Move your mics, and on the count of 3, give me your mug shot if you were arrested. So headsets off, Brett. This is a mug shot. Here we go.
I can't hear the countdown if I don't have
3. All right. Now, we all did different mug shots there. And the cool thing about it is I think it has a lot to do, your mug shot, with what you're arrested for. If you got a DUI, own it. You're in a good mood. Yeah, man, I was driving drunk.
Sorry, dude. Had a couple of road sodas. Happens.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's if you get pulled over, hit a checkpoint. If you're in an accident and get the
No.
DUI,
No, if you've hurt anybody, God forbid, hand to God, God forbid, I don't
like
ever
that woman that took out the
Yeah.
whole family on the golf cart or whatever
Oh,
after the
yeah.
wedding.
No, just, and to me, I don't know how you ever go on. There's not enough counseling in the world to get past that. So nobody wants that tragedy. If you've ever hurt or killed anyone, you cannot smile. If you're a smile, you're a jackass. I don't care how drunk you are. Are tears, should you be crying in a mugshot because you're upset? Should your eyes be bloodshot because you've been crying, or should you just look solemn? And I think always solemn is the best way to go. And we know this because we have seen former president of the United States of America has been indicted and has been arrested and had to bond out and had to give a mugshot. This is a first. Nixon was asked to leave the White House. Clinton was impeached, but got to finish up. They were looking to impeach Trump as well. The country is on fire. It's polarizing. It's scary, but I don't care if you're left or right or dead center. This isn't good for America. What he was arrested for, I think even if I'm a Democrat, I'm even going, yeah, they're trying to screw this dude over, and kill his chances. But at the end of the day, to have a mugshot of a president of the United States and then all of his lawyers from Rudy Giuliani, and just remember 9/11, this was the mayor of the country. This was the greatest man, the way he handled 9/11. And look where he is now. Now, I'm not saying everybody can't be at the top and be at the bottom in 24 hours or 10 minutes. You can be, but it is nuts that you see a president and a former mayor of a city that was attacked by terrorists are now been indicted and had mugshots. And you look at all the mugshots, and there was the one girl, she's an attorney. She looks like she's in her late 30s, early 40s. She was smiling.
Yeah.
Trump did not. Rudy Giuliani did not. Is there a t-shirt maker making shirts now? But what are your thoughts on the mugshots, gentlemen?
There are definitely t-shirt makers making shirts. I know guys making shirts already.
The craziest thing to me about this is not remove any political thing from this. Sure. This is a photograph we're going to see for the rest of our lives, be it in like a history book, be it in stupid clickbait articles, be it on some local band trying to use it as like their album cover, be it on somebody hawking t-shirts. We're never going to see the end of this mugshot forever, pretty much.
No, it is. It's cool. Historic. And what in
some ways,
what do you think, Brett?
I think he's back.
Oh,
there you go.
He's
the beginning,
back, dude.
Now it's 100%. Let's go.
Yeah.
Here's what you've done, Democrats. I don't know why they haven't learned this or not. The best thing you could do is ignore him, and you might have a shot. What you've done is not poke the tiger. You've slapped the tiger in an ass with a switch. It is on. And I agree.
And then tried to bang his sister.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, he has a vengeance coming in, be it an immature vengeance, a youthful vengeance where you don't think, you act. Either way, the rocket has been lit. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, even if you watch the GOP debate, right? Like even on all sides, it's all about Trump. Like the man's a vacuum, Like
he is. What do you think? And I'm just saying, just because we saw, and I'm not clowning on Biden. I do not think Biden is a good president. I can look back at former presidents and say they probably weren't. I don't think Lyndon Johnson was a good president. I think he walked into it. I think he was a jackass and full of himself. And I think he wanted the war in Vietnam. Maybe that's why Kennedy was killed. But I can look in history and see great presidents. In my lifetime, there is no doubt, because I was born after Kennedy was assassinated. Mm-hmm. I think JFK, and again, we're getting away from the cockiness of Trump or the unprofessional or unpresidential, comments he makes.
Yeah, I'll say as somebody on the other side, that's the funniest man that's ever lived.
Yeah.
Bar none.
Well, there you go. There you go. And you look at, in the moral code of Kennedy, is it cool for a president to cheat on his wife? Probably not. He's got 2 little children, and he's nailing Marilyn Monroe, the Jennifer Aniston of his time. So when you look back, I think Kennedy was a great president, and I'm talking about just the job and the policies and the thoughts. I think Ronald Reagan, I got to give Clinton credit just because of the era he presided over. And then I like the Bushes, and that's And I like Trump. I like that Trump scared people and held people accountable. So for me, that's where I'm at. But Biden, I think somebody else is the puppet master, and that's a lame comment because everybody uses it. But somebody's pulling the strings when you see his comments in Hawaii and things like that. So my thing is, if I'm a Democrat, I'll go with you, Evan. I want Robert F. Kennedy Jr. because as a Republican, I dig this guy. I, honest to God, if it's up against he and Trump, I will have to take a moment to look at what I think is best for my country because I love what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know, as someone who, because I watched the GOP debate and was like, oh, okay. Obviously there are some people here I like more than others. But I was like, yeah, on the Democrat side, there's not, I don't really know who they're throwing out. It's kind of a weird time.
They won't let Robert speak, and then they won't give him security, whereas Obama had security 5 months out from the from voting, literally. So while he was running a campaign 5 months out, he had security. They won't give Kennedy security. I'm like, if anybody needs it, it's not like he doesn't have two uncles or an uncle and a dad that were shot and killed. Both presidents, one running.
Look at the last name. Look at the resume of the
Kennedys,
last name.
A famously unbothered name.
Yeah. So
nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
No, so that's the craziness. But I think the mugshot issue is an issue. So, when you see that, and also tell me what you think about this. I covered this on my morning show, my Fox FM, the Southside Ride. I thought, Jeff, who I work with, brought up a great point. He's like, why didn't he just pay the $200,000 himself on his bond? He's got the money. Why didn't he just do that? I said, number one, he's going through the system properly. He wanted to do it. Number two, he's all about American people making money. That bonds company is now getting a ton of press. And I said, the bonds company he used, they made money. He helped them make money. They're making 10% off of him bonding out. And I thought it was pretty funny that he went to a regular Bells bondsman.
That would be the greatest contract. I would frame that shit. That the first dollar bill you get for your company.
Yeah.
Framed, that would be mine. Like, this is the greatest achievement that my company has ever done, was just existing here at the right place at the right time.
I've got chills from that. You're exactly right. And I think that's what he did. I think he thought about it and goes, why stroke a check like a millionaire a-hole, billionaire? I'll just go through the process. This is a process, and this Bell Bonds company is the luckiest company in the world, and they're making money.
And he just picked up a couple of votes from the employees.
Yes. So
look at that. I mean, they're in Fulton County.
Yeah.
It's not a favorable area for him.
No, he didn't do well in Fulton. I think we were purple or blue. He did well in other areas, but that's the world we live in. So I don't know what people are thinking, but I thought the mug shot was interesting. Did that bother you guys like it bothered me? Or were you just looking at their faces and go, that's a proper face? Like Rudy Giuliani looks pissed in his picture.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like Trump's at least looks like he's like, you know what? I'm going to make an angry face. Like, whereas Giuliani feels like, how did this happen?
Right. So we think, obviously, if you hurt somebody, kill somebody, or any of these, that you can't smile. I don't know in what mugshot you can smile. I just don't. There's got to be one.
The one thing that pissed me off about the Trump thing is everybody just putting out the fake mugshots before. And then it hit a point that even when the real one came out and I started looking at the people posting it, I was going, I don't even know if this is real right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because there were so many Photoshop different ones, and I'm going, okay, and like he's in the suit, and I'm like, and he's making the face, and when that's bullshit, that could have just been Photoshop from a picture 8 years ago or something. It's a real one. I couldn't believe which one was which.
Yeah, and seeing him fly in to get arrested. I mean, you land in a plane with your name on it, with a giant American flag on the tail. You got 30 policemen basically giving you an escort to the jail. And they're not arresting you or putting you in the back of a police car. They allow you to stay in your nice vehicle, and you go there. And then the other funny thing is Secret Service. We all know that if you're a former president, you get Secret Service. Does a Secret Service officer have to be arrested too? Is there one in jail with him?
Oh, that's a good question.
Are they in the cell with him going, got to keep you safe?
I know that. Yeah, they can't leave his side, question. Right? They can't leave his side. It's like two have to stay by his side, I believe.
Is it the same guy? So if you're a president and you have Secret Service during then, and then you are no longer a president, do you get the same Secret Service? Like, are they also shipping out like, Jeff and Carl with you?
No, you get a lesser detail. There
You
is
get a lesser detail. You don't get your guys.
no.
You're
and
not getting the 22-year-old, 25-year-old, like prime fit guy that can run down a Tahoe. You're getting some guy that's on the back end that's working towards a pension. He's only got 5 years left. But
They get 3 guys who look like us. This is the post-president season.
The Three Stooges.
Yeah.
There you go. That's who we protect. Or we protect. No, here's who we protect: the president that is no longer a president's ex-wife. That's the detail.
We're here to protect you.
Look, we know you're
don't expect much.
Yeah, you were first lady. Now you're not even married to him. He cheated on you like with everybody, including my wife. But I'm just telling you that I'm not taking a bullet for you, but I'll help you out in and out of cars. How's about that? Is that good? But who knows? The Secret Service I know was there. I mean, obviously these guys are not doing jail time at the moment.
No. Anybody who thinks that is gone.
Yeah. It was a process. You go in, you're printed, you're photographed, you're obviously bonded out, and it's done. And then I guess there's court dates, which we now know that's been pushed back to October. But the big funny for me was, do you smile on a mugshot? And the depressing part of me is we have a former president that now has a mugshot, and that's just not good for the country. I don't think, no matter how you vote, it's just not good. But what was good was the 1 year anniversary you missed out on, Evan. Brett,
I was sick as shit.
Yeah, you were sick, man. Brett got drunk.
I heard. I assumed.
He was drinking a little Legends Yet Come On bourbon whiskey. Brett also took it well, as he got pushed because our radio show took forever to finish. And then we started with all of us intoxicated. We brought Jamie Bindle, the owner of the Punchline.
Oh, I love Jamie. That guy rules. We got to get him on the show.
Yeah, Jamie's great.
He was on last week's show. You should have been there.
All right.
Well done. Touche.
Not bad.
It's not touche. Way to get him. But you look at show 176 and you can check it out. It is live from Legends in Conyers. Geez, Steve and James, how long have you been doing this? Live from Legends in Coming. It's a C word. It's a C word. You know what? I was always told not to say the C word, so I'm not good at it.
But here's the thing. You can probably buy it in Conyers.
Yes, you can. Thank you for saying that. You can. But the distillery is in Coming off exit 14 up 400. So along with Jamie, we also had my co-host on the morning show, Jeff Cole. And I think we were all pretty much intoxicated, and the show got a little out of hand, but it was a lot of fun. But what we did that night, I appreciate you guys were there when we launched it, July 9th, 2022.
Oh, that was a great night.
And then we just recreated it on August 17th, 2023 for the 1 year. And we will do a summer party next year for the 2 year. We've already talked about it. But it was just a lot of fun. So I just want to thank you, Brett, for coming out. Evan, sorry you were sickly.
All good. I'm bummed I missed it, but I'm glad it was fun in my absence.
You want to tell us what you had?
Not COVID. I thought I was like, for sure it was COVID, but every test I took was negative. So I guess it was just like a really bad cold.
Really bad cold. Yeah. Brett, he bailed on us because he had a coldsy-woldsy.
He's trying to build up the narrative of the new COVID that's going to take down the nation and ruin the next election so the Democrats can steal it.
Yeah. Do you guys mind? I am sowing the seeds here. You guys know my girlfriend works for CNN. I'm just trying to help the effort.
Look, here's the thing on this show. I think you know how Brett and I vote, and I think you know how Evan votes. And here's the deal. I do like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I said it. I will never hide who I vote for. I will tell you when the time comes, but I like that dude. I'll be the first to say it. But there is a coup going on. I mean, your girlfriend does work for CNN. I used to deal with her at Headline News. Now she went to CNN, and then you comb your hair to the left, and you sleep in a day bed. And you went unemployed for a while and got money from programs and your parents, and you are the perfect Democrat. And I am watching you, and the fact that you dare sow that COVID seed to make it where I think there's a college in Atlanta that's about to go back to mask. I'm not wearing one.
I think they did. Morris Brown.
They did.
Really? I did not know that.
So God bless them. You're in class with a mask. And I think we realized, do masks keep your germs in? Can you still catch it from somebody, but they can't catch it from you? I don't even know what a mask does. And I will say about the mask, and I want you guys to call, I have a very nice one that I wore out. Then I have a couple funny ones, like Ron White gave me one that says something, and just different ones that I like. I threw away my Q99.7 mask. I'm not going to keep that. I'm not
going to rep that one.
I'm not going to rep you, Bert. I like you, but I'm not going to wear your damn mask. And then I have my nice ones that I never wore from the hospital, and I'm cleaning out my glove compartment. I'm like, are we going back to this, or do I throw away my mask, or do I keep him? What do y'all do?
I've got like one or two. I haven't we just with the idea that like maybe I'll if I'm sick, or maybe I'll wear them. I don't know. I haven't worn them since the mandates have been gone.
All right, Brett. What about you? Are you digging through your bag to pull out a mask? Do you have your
I found
mask?
that. I don't even know where that is right now. That's probably in my car.
Well, guess
it's
what?
Probably the bottom of my glove box. But I'll be honest, I'm not going back to a mask. But I did find that I had my Fulton County Department of Health mask that they gave me when I first had COVID. But yeah, I think it's all bullshit. I think the best thing that I read so far this week out of all the news that's been out there was somebody that wrote 3 vaccinations can't stop something, but a Paw Patrol mask can.
Funny. You know what? The Paw Patrol mask works. Yes, for your kid. In that
my only thing is if it gets to the point that it was before, I'd wear it again. But I think that I know a bunch of people who have COVID right now, and because of all the vaccinations and things, it's just from my understanding, and I'm not a scientist or doctor or fucking whatever, but it's way more contagious, but it's way less it's way less intense now because of that, because it's mutated in such a way.
And the mutation is far out. It's just something, and again, I'm not even going to go down the rabbit hole. That, but I will say I had the flu, and I put this, I had to do a retort, which I don't normally do. On X. I had to X somebody back. Just a guy said that what I said on my morning radio show, that we were being morons. You know how many people died of COVID? Did this? Do you not know anybody died of COVID? The vaccination saved this and saved that. So, he went down he ripped me up a little bit. And I said, hey, dude, I'm talking from my opinion, my point of view. And I had the flu and I had COVID, and the flu about killed me. The COVID wasn't nothing but a thing. And that was December 2 years ago. And so, but the flu's real. It kills. COVID kills. And a lot of times it has to do with your body makeup. If you're overweight, if you're unhealthy, something's going to get you. And the flu can get you. COVID can get you. Pneumonia can get you. It's just, are you compromised?
Yeah, a cocaine bear can get you.
He could. Not me, though.
So that's the conversation I think we want to have is, if you're compromised, seek shelter, wear a mask. If you're not compromised, let me work. Let me go about my business without a mask. Let it be your call. That's all I'm saying. Wear a mask if you want. Don't tell me I have to. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But we'll see where the world goes.
I mean, I guess the other side to this is less of a sensationalized thing, and there's cultures out there that during sick seasons, people just wear masks because getting the flu sucks. Is getting COVID as bad as getting the flu now? Maybe. But do I want either of them? Not really.
No, but when somebody came to work and had the flu, we're like, go home.
Yeah, right.
Get
exactly.
away from me. And I'm spraying Lysol. I treat it just like COVID because I don't want the flu. I don't need a temperature and feel all achy and gross for 5 days. It is the Yeah Come On Show podcast, show 177, brought to you by JoeBees.com. Bee pollen. We've now found out bee pollen can do a few things, haven't we, boys? Brett?
Big bazoongas.
How about increase the size of your breast? Who knew? I don't know what it does for downstairs on a man, but it can make a woman's. We got the article. We read it.
We are willing to find out if it does enhance ours as well.
I'll do this.
Everyone should join in.
Yeah, we should all do. I'm getting man boobs.
We need, for the women, do you get bigger boobs? The men, do you get a bigger donger? Who knows?
I've been on it for 2 years, and I swear to God, I'm this close to having my second penile reduction. But I'll tell you guys if I do it.
Yeah.
OxygenFinancial.com. We love those boys. That's where I broadcast out of. In the Invest with Roots studio. Circle285.com. Man, more and more people I know are flipping their insurance, taking a look at small business insurance, umbrellas, and your house insurance. Especially with young drivers, get quoted the lowest rates at a type A company. David Markwell, can't say enough about David. We love David Markwell, Ridgeline Counseling. All you have to do is go to Markwell, like it sounds, therapy.com. And David will Zoom you if all of a sudden we find ourselves in a pandemic again that I think Evan's hoping for. You just like masks.
Sowing the seeds, baby.
You look better with a mask, Evan.
Thank
I
you.
don't know how,
That was the one point we didn't bring up. Is I have a friend of mine who's like, "Oh, I'll still wear a mask sometimes, so I don't have to put on makeup and shit." And I'm like, "Well, that's kind of smart."
that is smart. If you don't want to wear makeup or you don't want to brush your teeth or shave, wear a mask.
Sounds like an Uggo.
Not Nuggo. She did say it was for my ugly days, but objectively an attractive person.
No, but yeah, I would say so. You almost have a Kennedy face. You're like the Kennedy third cousin.
Yeah, all right.
I'll give you that.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
MarkwellTherapy.com. Again, David is affordable, and let him help you. And this is everything from a 5-year-old to a 95-year-old. If you're going through something, counseling is always the best. Don't go without it. We see too many horrible things happen. And lastly, our last sponsor, we're proud to have them on board, irmedcenters.com. It's about regenerative medicine. These guys know what they're doing. Don't have that 12-inch scar on your knee. They say operating is like only 5, at the most 10% people actually need to have an operation. If that's what your doctor says, get a second opinion. Go into irmedcenters.com with locations in Woodstock and Buckhead. These guys can help you and also help you in many different ways. Feel younger on the insides, work on your cells. And if you have an ED issue, obviously they handle that. It's MD, the number 4, ed.com. Tell them the Yeah Come On Show sent you. Now to get away from that, I don't know, do either of y'all have problems that need one of our sponsors? Does anybody currently need any one of our sponsors? I have to ask every once in a while. I don't know what's going on in y'all's lives.
I could use the bigger titty thing.
Yeah, the bigger titty thing would be great.
All right, then Bee Pollen. We put you guys on Bee Pollen. Just go to joebees.com. I'm just here to help. One thing we've noticed in the sports world, when you win big. You get trophies that you can kiss. You get one trophy that tours around the country, like a Stanley Cup that the team doesn't get to hold. Then you get like UGA. No offense, Brett. I know Alabama has a bunch of them. You get a trophy your university gets to keep, and it goes on tour. What do players get? They get bonuses. We don't know to what degree, how much they get, whether it's basketball, baseball, football. Sometimes it's reported, sometimes it's not. But everybody gets a ring, and a ring is cool. And we see the big rings. We know the GOAT has got, 6 rings.
Insane. I don't think anyone will ever match that. I still don't think Pat Mahomes will get there because I think Joe Burrow at some point is going to slow him down.
Well, Michael Jordan got 6 as well. But I don't know if they got rings in the NBA, but he had 6.
Yeah, he does. They have rings.
So he's got rings, but he's a GOAT. And we also know the GOAT lives on too. And you know, Patriots. I just don't like to say his name just because of what he did to the Falcons. It's hard to swallow, and I don't have to do it if I don't want to. But rings, should a player get a ring when they win a championship? Yeah, no brainer. They got diamonds. They're worth money. Some players we see, if they get in a fix over drug issues, mismanaging money.
Even if it's bought by the organization, they just made so much money. Because remember when the Braves won the World Series, they were like, no team in the history of sports their fan base has bought this much merchandise in like 48 hours in the history of all time.
It makes me proud too. I bought so much Cubs shit when they were in the World Series run. And then afterwards I bought Cubs World Championship stuff.
Oh, Falcons win the Super Bowl, which I'm sure if the Bears for you, Evan, but if the Falcons win the Super Bowl, Steve and I are going to be, I will definitely be getting a jersey with the Super Bowl logo.
Oh yeah.
We're getting tattoos.
Look, man.
I got a custom Braves jersey with my name on it.
Yeah, me too. I've got one, but I will tell you, I've got the rings. I'm looking at the Braves. I've got 2 of the rings. One which Otis Nixon gave me the night of our launch. He gave me a replica ring, and I think that Braves ring was insane with diamonds. So you look at the rings that the players get, and like I said, they're worth money. So do you sell them in a tight fix? Do you keep it forever? Do people who do they gift them to when they pass in their will? But then you look at the wife of an athlete and you look at what she goes through. Her husband's away most days. He's training. He's playing. During season, she's probably raising those kids by herself, or she has 2 nannies because they have the money to do it. Either way, she's in control and she goes without her husband. Even if you do the road trips, you're second fiddle. So you go through the training, even when they're out of season, all the workouts, all this, all that. Do they deserve something? That's the
No,
question.
they've already got it.
Hang on.
They got the bank account.
That's a really good argument. Damn, I was gonna say like they are. I mean, it's super intense, right? They're traveling all the time. A lot of these people have families. When they're not traveling, they're probably working their asses off. Because I believe, I could be wrong, during actual football season, you don't get that much time off if you're an NFL player.
Well, what about this? Aaron Donald's wife bought herself a ring. Will this be a new trend? Will teams buy wives' rings, or will wives force husbands on that said team to go to the same jeweler, they have the same ring, and buy?
That's going to become the standard. I think if I'm a thinking man, right? If I'm the jewelry store conglomerate, I'm like giving a couple of sponsorships to some of these big guys, but then it's going to become the norm that like, oh, you win a thing. It's like what happened with the push present a couple years ago, because that was right. You gotta, and I don't think that that's a bad thing necessarily, because that's a lot of work, but it's going to become a push thing where it's like, well, no, she's got to get her piece,
All right. And what do you think, Brett? Again, talking about this, because I know you have opinions. My thing is, and I think Evan kind of hit it, I don't think every woman should go out and design their own version. I think that there needs to be a jeweler, and if the husbands want to pay with some of that bonus, it's a secondary ring. It's not worth as much as the other. It's smaller. It's not as big and gaudy, but it is a miniaturized version thereof. Will wives get to be proud and go out in public? Yeah, my husband won a Super Bowl.
Hers wasn't, so let's roll it back. Hers wasn't like a small replica, kind of like, like it wasn't something like the World Series ring, some big weird thing. It was like it's 3 carats of diamonds. It's worth $17,000. It has his initials. It says 80, 99, and then the Super Bowl on it. So
I want it marked.
LVI or LIV, whichever it was.
It was LVI. Of course,
and it says 80, 99 on it.
Yeah, Aaron Donald's wife, he won the Super Bowl with the Los Angeles Rams, his wife, Erica. So you actually had the article and sent it to me. So when you first read it, you said, oh, this is crap.
Well, it is bullshit. I mean, like, Steve, okay, first off, I understand that nobody here is in the Georgia Radio Hall of Fame, and it's not because we haven't tried.
No,
but
God.
If you
I've tried to rig that thing so many times.
I was a nominee in 2015, and I didn't realize that you had to get people to vote for you because it costs $25 and they make money, and whoever raised the most money got in. Nobody told me that. I thought I was getting in based on my ability.
Nope. But here's the thing. Would you share that with her? Would you be like, Amanda, you're also now in the Radio Hall of Fame?
No, I can say that pretty quickly, as much as I would want to. And she wouldn't want to because she hasn't earned it or done it.
That's my thought on this. Like, what did she do?
But she would have supported me for 10 years.
It's not an actual Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, at the time.
That's where it doesn't bother me as much.
Okay.
Because it's just a custom made. It would be no different if she got a chain that said Aaron Donald, or Amanda got one that said Southside on it, a necklace.
She does. She has that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not super weird. But yeah, if this becomes a trend, I do think this is ludicrous, because guys like Aaron Donald, who make tens of millions of dollars, $17,000 ring, that doesn't mean shit to him. Now, you got the lower end guys with their wives, and they probably have like 8 kids.
The backup kicker?
Yes, that guy's in trouble.
And he's from Salt Lake, and he's Mormon, and they have 9 kids.
And 15 wives.
Damn.
15 rings.
Damn. Can't do
that. Guy's
that.
making $400,000 a year, hoping not to win the Super Bowl because he's going to have to pay out $2.5 million in rings.
I love it. All right, well, there you have it. I think it will become a thing. I'm leaning with Evan on this one. Yeah. I think that they'll have a jeweler set up. I think it'll be it could just be something a little simple, like a $5,000, and every wife gets the same ring made, and it's just a fun thing. I don't think it's mandatory, but if their husband wants to do it, there'll be a discounted fee, and they'll do it. We'll see on this next Super Bowl. Y'all had a funny story, and I look at what we wear. I'm right now in my Yeah Come On podcast shirt, but that fits. That's what we're doing. What does yours say? Work sucks.
Don't make me do. I debated changing.
What does it say? Work sucks.
Work sucks. Go golfing.
Go golfing.
That, Brett, I love your shirt. What are you wearing, Evan?
It's a video game shirt. I debated changing because I was like, this is too geeky for this. But
stand up. I want to see it.
What?
Well,
Is it
okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, unfortunately.
What is it?
I do have Yu-Gi-Oh sweatpants on though. No, this is a game called Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Okay, that's at least not. I've even played that.
Yeah,
as a
it's
kid.
like
that's a pretty
popular
normal game.
Yeah, and
Evan?
it's like a kind of a stylized. You can't really tell. It's like kind of looks like a band shirt, you know.
Hey,
That-
you own it, Evan. Own it.
oh
Nothing
no, I
wrong.
do. I don't like those geek shirts that are like, look at this geek thing. You know, it's just like a Superman.
Hello,
top.
Kitty.
Right. Well, hang on, I would wear that. It's got to be a little more style, a little cooler. You know.
Well, we had Evan on My Fox FM. What day did I have you on? Monday, Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday. Evan came on just to talk to us about, what's the big thing in Atlanta?
Dragon Con.
Dragon Con, yeah. So he talked to us about Dragon Con and everything Dragon Con, but I knew that was your go-to. I'm like, I don't need anybody. I got an expert, right?
Yeah, you got a guy.
I got a guy. So we put it on. But you talk about what you wear. People think about it. I wear Come On hats most of the time, but I'm self-promoting. Plus, I like the Richardson 112, which is the lid I wear. And for me, I'm sure that might get old to some people. I try to wear different colors and mix it up. But today, I didn't wear a hat. But you see famous people, if you're famous or you're out there in the public eye or you're on social media and being seen, you got to mix it up with the outfits, correct? I mean, you have to. You can't be in the same thing. You can't have this one look. Like you can't wear black all
How
the
many
time.
outfits do you think Taylor Swift wears in one show at the Eras Tour?
Oh, it's like 50. Dude, it's more.
It's gotta
more
be a
outfits on that
shitload.
show than I own.
Yeah.
So you think you got to mix it
Now
up.
that's a whole different level, though. We can all agree that Taylor Swift's in her own stratosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? She's also, Britney Spears just is trying not to wear a shirt. So, certain people have certain issues. You're right. Does it get old where you just keep doing videos where you're wearing hardly anything, or is it fun? Is the birth suit, can you get away with the birth suit the most? Everybody wants to see that, right?
It's the original outfit.
Okay. So that's the only outfit you can wear every day, and everybody wants to look as long as you're terribly attractive or terribly nasty, and that can be entertaining too.
Yeah,
Let's
like you have like a freaky mole or fifth nipple.
Fifth nipple. You didn't say a third, you said a fifth. That's why you're on the show. Right there. Statements like that. All right, talk to me about Oliver Anthony.
Evan, you want to run with this?
Oh, okay. So
I know you
everybody
love
knows.
it.
Everybody
This-
knows
this is the thing. This is the thing.
the Rich Man from North Richmond song. I'm not here to comment on the song. I
It
don't.
was
It
in
does-
the damn debate the other night.
Can you
yeah,
believe
they talk.
it was in the
This
debate?
song is everywhere, and I
It
look,
is.
I
It's
think the
number
song is,
one. Hey, dude, the Richmond north of Richmond or whatever is number one.
I think the song is fine. I don't really get why it's a sensation, but if I saw it at an open mic, I wouldn't be mad at it. You know
There
what
you
I
go.
mean? It's
All
not bad, right? But I'm not here to comment on the song. This thing is everywhere, and I have one gripe with this thing. Seemingly, there exists only one picture of this man. If you see it posted everywhere, it's like it's just that one picture of him, like, and it's like this guy is turning down $1 million contracts. He is number one on the radio.
Yeah.
Not one other picture.
I guess he likes the pick and nobody takes new ones. Is he not letting himself be photographed? It's just the one that everybody has.
Him
So
in
he's
the
in the
green
same-
shirt.
Well, so I was gonna say this is. I brought this to the attention of the smartest men I know, the members of the Come On Show podcast.
Yeah, come on.
And Brett did some science, and he found more pictures of this guy, but they're all only in that green shirt.
The same shirt or different shade of green?
No, it's the exact same shirt because it even has the same writing logo like on the pocket.
What the hell? So it's like his favorite shirt and he just wears it all the time. So you're looking at different pictures at different times and he's always in that shirt.
So one, he's singing a music video outside, and that's the one we all seen. Yeah, I just botched this song. I don't know the words. I haven't even listened to the full thing. I'll full disclosure that. I'm like, okay, this guy's got a great voice, but all right, what's Fetty Wap doing? So he's got this green shirt, and he'll be in a tent. He's outside. He's performing for people. He's at a carnival. It's all the same fucking shirt.
Yeah. You hear the story of this guy turning down like $8 million record contracts and stuff, and it's like,
he's making
hey, man,
40,000 a day.
you should take one of those record contracts and buy, maybe get some new clothes, a haircut, all that stuff.
All right, who wants to text him on behalf of the Come On Show and say, sir, can you please just get a new shirt?
Yeah,
Just say,
we'll
would you
buy
like
one
this?
for you.
Hey, we'll send you a shirt.
Yeah, we'll send you a Come On Show shirt.
So he either has all the green with the white writing right here, all different things going on in the background. So it's obviously this is the only. It's either he did a photo shoot and shot videos, performed live multiple times, all in a span of a couple hours, or he only owns literally one shirt.
It's a show shirt.
And then, well, he also has a blue shirt that he sometimes gets out there. But I'm thinking this might be a little conspiracy of me. Those are doctored photos. It's actually the green shirt that somebody, filtered in the blue.
Oh.
Okay.
They realized we were going to get onto this.
Yeah. We're getting deep faked here.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if that's their little niche and their little funny hoo ha ha ha, fine. We talked about it. They got us.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is really genius. What if instead of having to sell his music for $8 million because all the views and shit he's getting, he could just be like, your ad here. I don't care. I'll wear the same shirt every day. How much are you going to pay me? Kind of like golfers,
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? I mean, that'd be cool. Just imagine if you had that same shirt and then you show your closet. It's not the same one. I have 30 of these. 30.
It's just a wall of just green.
Oh, yeah. He's got it's like the old school Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters. He's just got a closet of the same. He dresses like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Or SquarePants. He's got the same thing. I've seen the episode where he's got all his little SquarePants. Same little outfits. That's what he does. That's funny. Why not? Why not? Oh, it is the Yeah Come On Show podcast, show 177. We've come to the moment. It's always the saddest moment, or if you've got somewhere to be or something to do, it's the happiest moment. We're going to end it, and we don't end it without Brett finishing us off.
All right, let's stay local on the first one. Georgia man arrested for stealing his neighbor's entire blank. Georgia man arrested for stealing his neighbor's entire blank.
Lawn.
Porch.
Steve already knows this. We said this last week.
Damn.
Steve's back in the game. He's reading the headlines. He's doing the show prep. He knows it.
Apollo is back in the ring.
Yeah, come on. This porch was 8 by 10 feet. The house was somewhat abandoned and dilapidated, but I guess the porch was in pretty good shape. And the guy's like, hey, look, the house is falling apart, but that porch looks great. That porch will look good on my house. So the dude moved it by himself. I don't know if he used a flatbed truck or whatever, but he moved the entire porch, and there were no trespassing signs on the property. There was no one living there, but he took it. That's a federal offense. You can't take somebody else's porch.
Well, all I know is I'd be like, you left an eyesore over there. Finders keepers.
I agree. It's a little tacky. I don't know if the guy plans on redoing the house, but I haven't seen a picture of the house. But the fact that a dude took it upon himself to disconnect and steal a porch, take it to his home and attach it to his home that's rock star.
I mean, this is redneck stuff.
That's where it is red. The dude is red. The guy he stole from's red. It's in a red area. It's all red. It's good old boys.
All right. French restaurants are reportedly requiring more than $5,000 minimum spends per table and refusing reservations for blank.
Americans?
French restaurants are reportedly requiring more than $5,000 minimum spends per table and refusing reservations for
Americans. I'm going to say that they're just saying no Americans.
Yeah,
what about
Americans? Oh, no, we do not need you and your flag and your.
How about what are the people that raise barns and make their own clothes?
Amish,
no Amish, because I've been around Amish because a lot of times they don't wear deodorant and they've been out working and they have BO. So I'm going to say no Amish because the shirts are simple too. They made them themselves. I got nothing against those people. I'm just saying that's what I think.
What are they doing? Like you think a Amish guy's going to walk in a French restaurant and go, hey, let me give you the escargot and here's a bale of hay. I'm going to pay with it.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes, maybe he says that and he says, and I have a goat outside.
All right. French restaurants are reportedly requiring more than $5,000 minimum spends per table and refusing reservations for returning diners who did not spend enough at their last visit. Now, Steve, you having been the former bar owner, would you ever be like, damn, I don't really want that guy here. He doesn't spend enough money. Or last time he was here, he only spent $20, but tonight he might drop 200. You don't know.
You don't know, and I've always been surprised. But there were those guys that would want to come in and have just a drink or two and annoy one of my bartenders and try to talk to him. And I knew he wasn't going to spend much. So there is a part of me that would say, can you just go somewhere else?
Yeah.
I'm not
You're
making
not
money.
worth it.
You're not worth
This
it. I'm not
juice is
making
not worth
money.
the squeeze.
And you're a distraction. Go somewhere else and sit you know what? There's an Applebee's 2 doors down. Go there.
What is it? The $2
$2 margaritas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other Long Island iced teas?
The Long Island iced tea.
Ooh.
That's a drink for efficiency.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, I used to drink those when I was not making a lot of money back when I worked for the airlines. I had money to travel enough just because I could fly places, but I had no money when I got there. So my go-to was Long Island iced tea. You drink 2, you're drunk. You're drunk. It's done. You got every liquor you could think of in there, and it tastes like tea.
All right. Putin's advisors say U.S. is using brainwashing tactics to make what? Putin's advisors say U.S. is using brainwashing tactics to make what?
All right, hold on. I don't know this one. I don't know the story, so I'm trying to think what it would be. Brainwashing tactics to make. Don't tell me he's going like Aryan race on us, is he? Because he's a bad man.
Yeah, if anyone was going to do that, but no. Okay, so it's one of his advisors.
Says the U.S. is brainwashing.
Oh,
the U.S.
U.S. is
brainwashing to make what?
I'm
God,
gonna make I'm gonna take a guess like super soldiers, like all this TikTok training.
That's 50% of it.
Whoa,
It's 4 words. That's 50%.
Whoa,
it's 4.
Yeah, I think he thinks that like the video games that kids are playing these days is to train them to be, better soldiers or whatever.
Super female soldiers, like women. Maybe you bring women into it. No,
You're close.
Non-binary soldiers. People that don't know what they are. They man?
Might even be closer, I think.
Wait,
yeah,
eunuchs. We're doing it with eunuchs. Because guess what a eunuch wants to do? He wants to fight. He's angry. He can't have sex. There.
All right. Putin's advisors say U.S. is using brainwashing tactics to make gay Ukrainian super soldiers.
Oh, I would watch the shit out of that Marvel movie.
Where does Gary and Ace?
All right, that was pretty.
Or is it Ace and Gary?
Ace and Gary. Oh yeah. It's the
ambiguously gay duo.
Ambiguously gay duo. Yeah.
I don't know whether to be offended or like wonder where the dude's nuts.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Last one for y'all. At least 2 children suffer injuries after going down slides covered in what? At least 2 children suffer injuries after going down slides covered in blank.
What's fast? Vaseline.
I'm gonna say like they have like lots of those bolts, and the slides are just designed poorly. Because you remember being a kid and you'd slide down that and you just like hit those things.
Rip a hunk out of you.
Do you remember, Evan? I don't know. You might be too young for this, but Steve definitely remembers this. There was a moment where there were slides that weren't tubed, and it was just like a metal tin pan. Like it was a baking sheet.
Say hi. That's it.
We had those,
and you would be melted in the summer when you ride down that thing.
No, and they were slick too. I was trying to think what would make it faster. So I'm thinking they got hurt due to speed versus something on the slide. Maybe dirt. Dirt could hurt. I don't know. I'd say dirt or speed.
How can dirt hurt? That's what you rub on it when you get hurt.
Well, maybe maybe it's chunky dirt with a little bit of rocks and pebbles, and you come down and it just leaves indentions in your leg.
All right, Evan, you got any more? You good?
No, I'm
I
good.
Tapped. Yeah, I don't think you guys are gonna get this one. At least 2 children suffer injuries after going down slides covered in bear spray.
Oh, why is there bears? Were they afraid of cocaine bears?
That bear spray slick. I'll tell you right now, to keep bears away, but your kid's gonna come down that slide doing 32 miles an hour.
I mean, this makes me want to try putting it on like a tarp and seeing if that's the best slip and slide across my front yard before the summer's over. But I'm still a classic, Dawn guy.
Dawn, I love it. Dishwashing stuff.
Okay, who hasn't put dishwashing soap on a tarp and tried to slide across it?
I've done it. I can't say anything.
In college?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We used to do it across the floor of the fraternity house. There wasn't even a tarp.
No, Dawn will, and I've done it out here with my kids. We got a little miniature slip and slide. I'm like, this is boring to watch. I'm going to give these kids a little.
Yeah,
let's get them moving.
Fuckers flying.
And then my son goes off of it and does like 5 rolls in the grass and gets up. I'm like, sorry.
His brain just scrambled.
too fast. Daddy, that hurt. I'm like, oh, don't tell your
Oh.
mother. Don't tell your mother I donned it.
Hey, well, should we tease next week's show before we? I know
Yeah,
we're
go
about
ahead.
to lock out, guys. Fantasy football,
Yep, we're doing it.
annual fantasy
baby.
football show.
Football. Yeah, come on. We're going to talk fantasy and all things fantasy. That's what we do. It's time to draft. I'm in a family draft this Saturday. Yeah, and it's a mandatory. If you're not there, you're not there. And they've invoked Waffle House penalty. Yeah, so that is 24 waffles. You eat 24, you can leave, or you stay in the Waffle House for 24 hours. But each waffle knocks off an hour. I mentioned it because we talked about it. I think, Brett, you mentioned it first, and I was like, good God, that's great.
Are we doing a show league this year?
Yeah, we're working on that as we speak.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
Everybody, can I get a yeah, come on? It's show 177. Cheers.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.